go. I do believe we're live. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here again on another conscious evolution. Another opportunity for us to consider what it is we need. I am still without internet. Just to give you context on what is inspiring my mind. First, once again, look at you, Hendrik. Here you are, bro. And today, I am painfully aware of what it is I need. Right? Because again, I'm still alive. I'm still fine, despite the changes, that I'm experiencing, despite the struggles of getting it working again. Here I am, right? I don't need it to be alive. And I do think it is valuable for me to have moments like these, right? Like I know this information, technically. I know that I'm going to be fine. But it's even better to be shown that you're going to be fine no matter what the circumstances might be. Jesus is coming back, if you say so. Adam Adamson. We're still waiting, bro. We've been waiting for 2,000 years, dude. Uh, all right, it's been a while now that we're waiting. All right, so I don't know if it's gonna be one of those things where he's coming back eventually, right? Maybe by the time he comes back, we'll be chilling with the aliens or something. But I'm not giving it any hope. I think that's the word I'm looking for. There's not a smidge of hope in me for that fractal becoming. And this is not me trying to take away hope from you necessarily. It's more a matter of what is it that I'm hoping for, right? Do I need that? Maybe that's a good way to reframe it. Is do I need that? Do I need Jesus to come back? No. No, I don't. Right? So in that way, it's not something that I am going to give any more mind to, at least at this point in my life. Since it's not something I need, since it's not something that I can bank upon. I got another appointment at my bank next Monday. I'm getting that Patreon if you want or not. I want, oh, I want. I'm just like, I want to say the word in love, but I feel like in love might be a little bit strong. I'm elated, yeah, by the idea of you going through so much effort to make sure that you can connect to my Patreon, bro. Means a lot to me. Makes my heart very happy. Bro, is that a black leaf grinder? Got one from them looking exactly the same. This is like a probably no name brand. This is a grinder that Christian got me for Christmas in 2022. Right? We walked into like we call them China shops. Probably there's some twinge of racism in there somewhere, but essentially we have these big box vendors that's usually run, and this one was run by a Chinese person that basically has a link to a bunch of Chinese goods, and then they just ship bulk Chinese stuff into our country, and then you can buy stuff like this for really cheap. I think this was $10. This piece of metal was $10. And then it got stolen. This little combination of mine, plus my lighter, got stolen. And then I acquired new ones. And I acquired a grinder just like the one I had because Christian was the one who gave it to me. And it's like his gift. This is his gift for me. And this is also a gift from him to me. So, yeah, I appreciate. Love is true. I would like one of those fancy ones one day, I'm guessing. Are you scooping a joint? What's wrong with you? No, this is a Dynavap. All right, it's a piece of metal. It's not a joint. And this little piece of metal is now going to gain heat, not by fire, but by magnetism. All right, right here, I have an induction coil. So in there, I don't know if you can see the liney linies. There is a magnet, an electromagnet that is coiled up in there. And in here, there are batteries, all right? And then those batteries deliver a voltage through a controller onto those coils, essentially turning them on and turning them off 1,000 times every second. And then during that process, this little piece of metal moves side to side. Oh, I'm turned on, I'm turned off again. Oh, turned on and turned off. And then it does that to the point where it gets hot. The same way if you bend metal, right, over and over again, it gets hot to the point of shearing off. Except there's no shearing, there's just warmth that is generated by this thing. Adam, what is your goal here today? Good question. My goal is to wait for Sam, and your goal. What's up, gang leader? Hey, Lucy. It's nice having you. Now, Adam probably heads out snitching to Jesus that Lucifer is following our dear leader. I did text that African accent. Papa Joe, jij is akkurat. Ik het Zuid-Afrikaanse accent. I do. I speak English very deliciously. I'll let you know. My goal is to have a good time with Melt and friends as always. Man, this train is called Trainwreck, and it's gassy. It's like a diesel train that just hit me. Very nice, very nice. But I can instantly feel it. You saw the size of those vapors too. You vaping a joint? No. This thing is a dry herb vaporizer. You see? No fire, and then it's gonna make a little click sound because it's at temperature. There it goes. That's vapor. No smokies. Then afterwards, this is what it looks like. See that? Just like strip the color and the medicine from it, but none of it gets combusted. That way, I don't breathe any cancer-causing properties. No carcinogens for me, thank you. Give the medicine, keep the cancer, I like to say. Wait, no longer Adam, I have arrived. It's nice having you here, Sam. Kawaii Wuta. Bless you, Papa Joe. It's like me there. Super Sam, what up? How are you doing today? Nothing much. My boss let me go early today because it's a very nice day outside. Man, sometimes I like this motherfucker. Aangename kennis. Lekker om jou eens te vriend. Yeah, this space, Papa Joe, has been in the making for the last 1,615 days. We've been showing up every single day for where it is we are right now. Where in the world are you, bro? I'm in Gobbersdal, in a town called Gobbersdal, but technically we're on the outskirts, about 20, 24, 25 kilometers out of town on a farm. Why the fancy smoking is less smelly or what? Ons land is in sy moer. Yeah. Yeah, Papa Joe. Tell me about it, bro. I'm leaving soon. I am going to America. No, not like that. Not with the refugee thing. I'm actually marrying one of the people that I met almost 1,590-ish days ago. There she is. There she is. Joe Bot Bebop herself. Yeah. So I get it, bro. I was like having a whole day today with the whole, why are they so adamant on wrecking this country? And I'm like, at this point, I have conspiracy theories, Papa Joe. Like for me, I literally have this conspiracy theory that they want to essentially bankrupt our country, ruin our country, brain drain our country into non-existence, so that all of the metals and all of the resources that are to be plundered. I'm in Cape Town. You're lucky. Oh, Cape Town is the place to be if you're gonna be in South Africa right now, right? And they're like trying to, like, this is my conspiracy theory. They're trying to wreck the country as hard as possible, so that when it's completely, Recco Bobecco, they can just swoop in and get it on the cheap, get everything on the cheap. I agree. Their system depends on the suffering of people. Yep. Because that's what it is, right? It's like when the infrastructure falls apart, when there's no capital to pay employees, it's people that end up suffering, but it's corporations that end up benefiting from that circumstance, right? Everything becomes cheaper, relatively speaking. And again, right, the way I see things going is that everything eventually will go blockchain, and then there will be true traceability and accountability for where things came from and who is involved in the money moving and where is the money going and how much of the money is being spent where, right? To the point where eventually South Africa will be okay. But Yassi, it's classic Marxism. What state you moving to? Indiana is the state that I'm moving to. So definitely away from most of the hustle and bustle, inside the place where the air is fresh. There are many things to look forward to. Just thinking about it right now. I think I did miss a few comments up top. And again, to your question, Adam Adamson, on the fancy smoking is less smelly or what? That too, right? When you combust, when you burn something, unless it's something that is made to smell nice, or a piece of sage, or for a Palo Santo, for example, it's probably going to smell like burnt, right? And weed, especially with all of its volatile oils, doesn't, to me particularly, smell very nice when it gets burned. So it does smell bad if you smoke a joint or have a bong in the house, for example. So yes, that little Dynavap thingy does kind of take that away. The only thing you smell on that thing is terpenes, right? If you smell on it right now, you won't smell burnt weed. You'll smell what I can only describe as so many complex flavors, right? I don't know if you've ever made edibles or something, but it's closer to that smell than anything. Smells to me like hints of green and orange peel that got baked, for example. Right, that's the closest thing that I can give to a definition right now. Hendrik says, by the way, Melt, you can still bake with that. You can have a nice cannabis butter for baking if you mix the vaping waste 50-50 with fresh weed and get every last bit out of it. You are 100% right. And when I'm usually in like a controlled space, to say it in so many words, I do keep my bud in a little container. It's a little rock actually, so it's technically open to the air. I don't know if that's perfect, but you can bake with it, and you are right. It's just when I'm out here, the grass gets to have my AVB. Already vape bud. Congratulations though, bro. Thank you, friend. Exactly. That person is he's marrying J Bud. Motherfucker Baracus, the other one and only. Where did you two meet? We met here, technically on Arpan originally, and then the introduction continued on Discord, and then the conversation continued on WhatsApp, and then the meeting happened in Johannesburg, and then we spent some time exploring more of Johannesburg, then some of Pretoria, then some of this space, Groblersdal, then back to, before we actually came back here, we went to uh, like the cradle of man, cradle of mankind, humankind, cradle of humankind. That general area, we went to a nature reserve together. Then we came here. Then we went through to Hartbeespoort. And then after that, We went to Budmarsh Hotel, and then after that we went to Riverside, Riverside Lodge, something like that. And then we said goodbye. All right. So the next time we meet will be as a couple. Like these little items, the one she gave me is hanging as well. Right, are our promises to one another. Like I have a piece of her hair, big piece of her hair, right? That's braided together, and she gets the keys to my heart. I agree. Their system depends on the suffering of people, unfortunately. What are you doing today, Xiao? You doing good? We do hope so. Why are they so adamant on wrecking this country? Wrecking shit is just a side quest. Their goal is to enrich themselves as much as possible at the expense of others. I don't even know if it's at the expense of others. I think the better term would be uh, regardless of others, right? Or uh, even at, maybe even at the expense of others, right? Like they don't care about other people whatsoever, right? The lack of consideration kind of vibes. I think that's the big thing. Good luck, bro. Liked and sub. Thank you, Papa Joe. Aister. Bless you. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us on this journey. I'm gonna plan on continuing this stream. I never plan to stop. We've done this consecutively for 1,615 days, and it'll be nice to have you in the space. What is your fancy metal joint called? It's called a Dynavap. If you're considering it, I use edibles for pain management. There you go. Yeah. So it's called a Dynavap. There is technically text there. Dynavap, but it is probably gonna be difficult to read. And then there should be, yeah, but same kind of text. Focusing. Yeah. It's a very nice little piece of engineering. I appreciate how pretty it is. And small. Right? So small, in fact, that the first time I got it, I was at first disappointed. I was like, what? I paid, put X amount of money for this little thing, right? And again, the engineer in me understands the price of metals and stuff. So the number I paid versus the rough calculation of how much metal is in here and how much it would cost to machine it, right, suddenly felt very disproportionate. And then I spent some time actually using the product, and it became abundantly clear that there was a lot of love and effort and attention put into the making of it in the way that it is. And at this point, I cannot help but appreciate the fact that it saves me a lot on bud. It doesn't taste bad. It's better for my body when it comes to the actual observation of the medicine. She came all the way to South Africa for you. Yeah, she did, though. She did. Yeah, Melt and Joe found their soulmate. I still get a bit giddy remembering your birthday stream, you seeing good things happening to people. I like, it makes me so happy, dude. You saying that makes me so grateful. I think that's the best word that I can use, Hendrik. I had that conversation with Joe the other night talking about this, right? Talking about that day where we shared the fact that it's happening with you friends and seeing the happiness that you friends have for us, where it was a part of the conversation that we are doing this live stream now, right? It has started and it's going to continue. And if I can make people's lives better by sharing the good of this world in whatever way that it comes, that that feels like such a blessing. And if it wasn't for you friends being here, then I wouldn't be able to be as blessed and I wouldn't be able to bless back. The love of a good woman is hard to find, embrace it. It's true. Like, hardest thing, like, I've found many things in this life, Papa Joe, but I've only found one Joe. All right, so I am in complete agreement. Mojo is here with us too. He done black magic with the hair. That's why she's taking him away to USA. Well, if it was black magic, she was the wizard because she's the one who suggested it and made it. All right. I did make her a key. It's true, but there's many more things that I look forward to creating as well. Bless you, Mojo. It's nice having you. And yeah, Joe is in here for a long time. I'm watching through everything, as you know, and already saw her name very early on. It's wild, huh, Hendrik? Like, just imagine that, bro. My perspective on that fractal. It's like it takes about 7 years, apparently, 7 to 10 years, for all of the cells in your body to be replaced, right? So I am close to being an entirely new person. And I have become the person I am absolutely in part, in large part, because of Jovan's influence in my life and her love for me and her presence. And it is a blessing to have people that want to influence you in a good way, right? Like, it's hard to find people like that in general. Getting to marry someone like that is pretty radical. I know. I'm very grateful. Found a little hitchhiker on him ear. I can't remember which episode was first, but I think Joe Bot character got introduced in the first season at episode 45 or 46 at the moment, I think. I'm at episode 45 or 46. So the official number we have in our mind is day 34, right? I think that might have been the stream that Joe really like tuned in for because I started with like I'm gonna do these live streams every day for a year. So I was like counting down the year, day one, day two, and then day 34 was the one that she really noticed my stream. And the fact that you already know about the Joe Bot character, like, you know what the best part is? At that point, I didn't know if Joe Bot was a boy or a girl, right? Joe Bot was just Joe Bot to me at that point too. Is that what we are to you, Hendrik? Just a bunch of NPCs? Damn. No, you're literally participating characters. Yeah, you're a bunch of PCs. Participating characters, not non-participating characters. Hey Nancy, talking about. It's nice having you here participating with us, friend. How you doing? Don't twist my words, Sam. You know I love y'all. Yeah, I love you too. Taking offense to something no one said is my superpower, Andre. Don't use your superpowers for the evil side, Sam. Even if I don't know how you'd use that power for the good, to be honest. Uh, you take offense for other people. I think that's the way you use your power for good. Where someone says something rude about your friend, and then you take offense and you go, "Hey, don't you fucking talk to my friend like that?" I'm sorry for my profanities. I need to get out of the sun. This thing is bull blasting me. I'm gonna move there, but this dog is melted onto my lap. How are you this comfortable, bro? Like unshakable. It's like this is fine. This is fine. I can manage this. This is more comfortable than anywhere else in the world. How are you this comfortable, bro? Like let me move out of the sun, please. Please. Oh please, sir. It's hot. Oh please. He's like fighting me. Come on, please, dude. Please. 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 He's resisting so much. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Okay. Where shall we seateth ourselves next? Hmm. Hmm. do something over here? Okay, I think I got it. Yeah. Sometimes the path of least resistance. Oh man. Getting absolutely bow blasted. I have to move a little bit more to the side. This much. Be right back. No, 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 get off my yoga mat, creature. Yeah, look at that. No more both sunlights, or at least not that much in my eyes. I cannot continue streaming indefinitely. I need to remember that. I am enjoying these streams with your friends, but I am still on mobile data, and the internet is not on yet. So I am trying to make the most of what I got. Wait, please tell me how you've done that, dude. Got a girl to fly all the way to South Africa and get her to take you back to USA. Help us lame boys out. I can't tell you, Adam. Me and her like calling it a fairy tale because it basically is, right? We hit so many beats on fairy tale. You have to live in a fairy tale, and then ta-da. Boom. My advice, my advice to you. And maybe that is not even like unfollowable advice. It is in fact followable, right? Because I, as a character, as a person in this world, and maybe you can ask our beloved Hendrik because he's like rewatching my whole story from episode 1, right? So he now has perspective, right? I've been in my own little fairy tale world from day one. Right? That's pretty much the whole shtick. I live in the world of make believe, and then what I want to believe, the world makes. Starts losing mind, but that is what I believe, kind of, 100%. I do believe that's the way the world works. That you believe you are something, the world is something, will be something. And then if you hold that in your mind, the world eventually obliges. The world is melty, very malleable. Things change, always. Right. Sometimes it can be a little bit jarring because you might end up taking more responsibility than you need to. But you should also remember that everybody on planet Earth has the same power. So it's up to you, Adam. You got this, bro. Believe. But that would mean it would have been said, and she only takes offense for unsaid things. Yeah, it's also true. Don't even have a wrong thought. If at the point you suspect women might make shit up to be mad about Hendrik, you'd be absolutely right. Ah, jeeps. Sam said that. That was Sam who said it. All right, please. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. Ah, that's nice. Oh, trust me, Sam. I don't suspect that. I know about this ancient technique for a long time. My mother is a black belt. I have found that I don't need to make anything up to be mad at men about uh, upper body strength. I'm missing the last sentence. But yeah, that's such a beautiful point, Nancy. I do like that other side of the fractal where women might make things up to be mad about, but when it comes to men, they usually have real things to be mad about. I can relate to that. I'm just not used to that power anymore, Sam. It caught me off guard. Uh, that's the worst advice ever. Adam, what can I tell you, bro? What can I tell you? That's literally the life I've been living. That's literally the way it is for me. It's like like the biggest thing, and this is the hard part again with manifestation, is that it doesn't happen as fast as you still want it to. It happens eventually. Eventually, right? But your ego doesn't like eventually. Your ego likes now. I like now. Now is good. When would you like your hopes and dreams? Now, the ego says, now. I would like it now, please. Right now. When reality, right, always takes some time to tune into, right, the right frequency. It's like you tuning the radio, right? Yeah, these days, sure, these days, we can just push a button and it's already on the right frequency. But back in the day, with things still being analog, you had to like spend some time getting it right. And the universe is the same way with your life, your ideal life, right? And it does take time. Again, it takes a long time sometimes, but it happens eventually. Christian, my good friend, has this quote that goes, "Be careful what you wish for because you will get it. You will get it." All right, so be careful. It's a big deal. Can confirm Melt. Melt is a fairy since day one. Yeah, yeah. You see, Hendrik is standing up for us. Melt. That's so sweet about the fairy tale. It really is, Nancy. It feels like straight magic, you know, that we somehow hacked the universe. The world needs more of those fairy tales. Who's Hendrik? Why is Hendrik not Mod? I'm asking myself that question too, Adam. Hendrik is not Mod purely because it's not been 30 days yet, I think. Right? It's getting close to that, isn't it? Might actually be 30 days. Might actually be 30 days, huh, Hendrik? Because I remember you found me just at the start of me taking May off from smoking. Right? So you're actually, I'm only now realizing that. That's why you were making a point of it like 2 days ago. Or is it yesterday? That Melt is super high. Because you actually haven't seen me, you know, doing the whole stoning thing while doing a live stream. Yes, Eva. Can you there we go. Now we're both more comfortable. Isn't that better? Mm, because I'm only here since like a month. There we go. I am watching Melt's whole journey since. Yeah, he's getting close to it though. All right, the amount of love and respect that he has for this space is definitely mod material. Rewatching, as in going back and watching all his live streams that's uploaded on his channel. I think that's what he's doing. I think that's what he's saying. It's true. I've been here since RPAN days, and I'm not a moderator, which is a good thing. You want to be a moderator, Nancy. I don't know if you friends even know how that happened, but I think it was an April Fool's Day, right? It was April Fool's Day, and then something mod came up into the conversation, right? I think there was like a question of like why aren't we mods or something like that, and then the next day a bunch of people were just suddenly mods in the channel, and the way that that was decided was basically on that live stream. Stop that! Stop using your feet on me. On that day that that conversation was had, there was a bunch of people in the chat, and then I just like clicked on each of the names and made them moderators as I went down. So like that was basically the first round of moderators. Stop using your feet on me. Stop using your feet on me. Maybe she'll understand at some point. What's RPAN days? RPAN was the platform that we initially started streaming on. That's where I met most of the friends that subscribe to my YouTube channel. Was almost like the genesis of the MeltMore space. Because it hasn't been 30 days yet. Meh, close enough. It's pretty close enough. You got a lot of time, Hendrik. And I don't need to be a mod to be a part of this journey. Also true. Yeah, being a mod essentially just gives you a spanner. And that spanner's real use is to uh, tweak the knobs if there's sludge leaking into our sacred vessel. Yeah, yeah. All right. Unfortunately, most of the people here are actively spending their time being beautiful in said sacred vessel, all right? Their selves. No, don't you think? Don't even stop. Like, I don't like that. Imagine if I was just like standing on you. No, stop that, please. I beg you. There's like so much other space out there where you can go and be comfortable. But standing on me, you got these two pressure points. All right, it causes me great discomfort. Why is Sam mod? Sam, don't attack me, lol. My guess is that Melt at least suspects that I enjoy bouncing trolls. Yeah, that's like the biggest expectation. Like, no, Sam, like, she basically hit the nail on the head, right? She twisted the bolt that was leaking, if you will. Sam doesn't have any tolerance, right? I have a lot of tolerance. Right, like like it's for me, like when someone is a troll, I instantly demote them in my brain to being a child, right, which feels a little bit patronizing, admittedly, but they become demoted to child status, where I'm like, oh, this is probably a kid, so I need to be mindful because they're probably a kid. All right, where Sam is like more like no children on the couch. And she's willing to enforce. It's like, no, there's the children's couch, and there's ketchup stains and peanut butter and dog hair and spit on that couch, right? And then our couches are pristine because that's the kid couch. Am I pointing fingers? I'm kind of like that too. I just don't want to be the person that tells the kids to stay off the couch, right? I like if it's already made clear by someone else before I have to say something. Before I have to say something. I am self-employed, Adam. That gives me some space, and I don't have any social media. I'm doom scrolling through. Yeah, that does save a lot of time. That does give me a lot of time. But let's just say, my daily screen time, if I don't include Melt, is under 30 minutes. Whew. Hendrik, you know how good it feels to know that you're willing to bring me into your space. Even though it is a type of screen time, the fact that you value the conversations we have in this space and the way it makes your mind feel, right? Because I do try and offer this space as a co conversation. I'm sharing my perspective, but I'm sharing my perspective so that you might have thoughts of your own that are stimulating, inspiring, creative. I've tried, right? And I would like, and I will eventually analyze with AI all of my content to give myself, like, and don't even think about it, to give myself a score of like how many times out of 1,000 words were they positive ones, right? I don't know why I use that as my metric, but you get what I'm saying. I'm thinking like parts per million, right? What's my parts per million of good in my content? And if I can bring that good to people's lives, even if it's only 30 minutes a day, that means a lot to me, especially with someone, right? Because like there's a certain level of synchronicity and respect that I have for Hendrik. I also don't do the whole doom scrolling thing these days, not at all, because my internet's not working. But the only close to scrolling content that I use is Reddit. And I've said this before, almost like speaking my case. At least with Reddit, there is the differences between videos, photos, and text, right? Because I'm on a bunch of different subreddits. So I'll spend time reading people's posts. I'll spend time watching a video and then going and looking at people's reactions, a bunch of different people's reactions to those reactions, people's reactions to the reactions of the reactions, right? And it gives me a little bit of a scope of human awareness where I feel like I am still at least growing slightly. Might not be growing a lot, and I might even be growing angry and jaded sometimes as well because of that perspective that I gain. But yeah, with that all in mind, the fact that you're willing to spend some time here with us means a lot. It really does. Here comes the sun again. It's setting some lower. Sam, I believe it's AA, and I mentally immediately renamed them. Nan, that username looks familiar. Adam Adams. Did I give them the business? Yes, I'm Adam. I think I missed some. Are you single? Ah, self-employed. Not sure. Not no. Got crazy. Move on and take. No man, I've been married for wait. I can do the math. 13 years together for 16 total. Then she are using suddenly getting set up. Man, I'm 35. I ain't old. Uh, I know what's up with that, Adam. Currently, yes. Did he ask you as well? Nancy, are you single? Nancy, okay. There you go. Nancy and Hendrik. I got the dog stepping on my sandals. Yeah. Maybe that's not a bad idea. But I think it might also be one of those ideas that it's a little bit harder to execute than you might realize. That both Nancy and Hendrik might be single, respectively, but them, one being in the same geolocation, to be able to meet up from where they are right now is probably going to be thousands of dollars, right? And spending thousands of dollars on the potential of there being a connection. Uh, it's almost the worst case scenario if there is a connection. No, there's no space for you here, bro. Because now suddenly you have to spend thousands of dollars all the time. Don't look at me like that, bro. You get to see Eva is like already on my lap, looks around. Stop stepping on my fucking sandals. Like, look at this. Look at all that dirt and stuff in my sandals. I hate that. I don't like the feeling of dirt against me and my sandals. And if I do get my feet close to dirt, I usually get them clean pretty fast as well. Ain't got no respect. And now he's chewing on pieces of wood next to me. He knows that I don't like that either, right? I'm pretty sure he's being on purpose. What? What am I doing? Dogs are so funny. That dog is way too smart for his own good. And too stupid for ours at the same time. Like look at him, he's pretending to be like sad now. I'll just sit here in the dirt, I guess, and chew on pieces of wood. Because Eva is taking his spot. Adam, you don't even know how old we are, where we are from, what we are looking for, and so on. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Nancy and Hendrik gonna be fairy tale 2.0. Just suddenly, it's like, yes, now kiss. No kiss. Mel's gonna send you guys dollars. Suddenly, I'm bankrolling the wedding as well. Jeeps. I just cleaned my sandals yesterday. I don't like dirty sandals either. Yeah, it kisses me. Right? Like I don't know if you can see, but there's still like dog paw print. Love is true. I technically don't need clean sandals. I just want them. And I can live without them too. I won't die. I'll be here again tomorrow. I do think it's time for us to say goodbye for today. We have been here for a solid 44 minutes and 39, 41, and 44 seconds. All right. And that's a good amount of time. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me again, for spending some time in this space. You are greatly appreciated. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.